Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're doing our upcoming gacha games for December 2022. Now, normally we cover a bunch of games coming out in the month. However, there's not many games that are confirmed to be coming out in December. We do, however, have a massive month full of betas for games that I'm actually all really excited about. So we're going to go through all of them. Now, some of these could come out in December. We don't know. We don't have official release dates. But nonetheless, if these do maybe push back into January or February, these are all pretty awesome games that you're going to want to keep an eye on. So let's get into it. Before we get into it, guys, I have to thank Goddess of Victory Nikke for sponsoring this video. Now, yes, it's a sponsored video, but if you've watched my channel for the last month or so, it's pretty much all you'll see on it is Nikke. This game is absolutely fantastic. I'm having so much fun in it. It's just a really refreshing game. When we look at the combat, which is like that, it's a very unique shooter style combat that, you know, you haven't really seen in a gacha game before. It works well on auto, but you'll find that also it does press you to play it on manual to really overcome some challenges in certain stages as well. There's a decent variety of content in the game to be able to push, and as it is an idle game, once you get past that initial burst of rush, you can start to, you know, not have to stress too much about the grind. You can take a step back, you can log in, do your dailies, push your campaign, push your tower as far as you can, and then you can log out without feeling like you're missing out on too much because you will collect those idle rewards. Once again, just a really fantastic presented game that is just a lot of fun, and as you can tell from my channel, I've been playing a lot of it. So if for some reason you're not playing Goddess of Victory Nikke right now, you can use my link in the description and get started today. And once again, thank you to Nikke for sponsoring this video. So first up, I wanted to cover the Eminence in Shadow RPG. Now, this is a Crunchyroll game, and this is actually out already. It came out last week, and even though this wasn't my cup of tea entirely, it's sort of like a more polished, better-looking Princess Connect is the way I would generalize it. I have heard good things from a lot of people that are thoroughly enjoying it. So, you know, if you liked the Princess Connect combat, this one does have a bit more with combos and stuff like that. But if you sort of like that vibe but didn't like the chibi style, this game is definitely worth a try, and that is available now. I completely missed this one on my radar, so if that's what you're into, jump into that one now. It's available on the app stores already. Next up, let's move into the next one, which is going to be Archeland, or Archeland. I don't know how we're supposed to say it. This is not getting a global release yet. It does have a global Twitter and Facebook account, so you can go follow them at Archeland Global. But it is releasing in Korea on December 7. This game looks really interesting to me, and I'll definitely play and give you guys like a first impressions from the Korean version. On all of their socials, they don't actually have a like gameplay footage, so I'm gonna rip some off of my man Chaotic. Make sure you go support Chaotic. He's a legend. Covers all these games as well before they come out. Gets onto especially the CN games super early with coverage. So definitely check out his channel. But this is what we're looking at. It's like a more traditional grid-based type RPG, and I just think this one could be really good. It's really well presented. Animations look sick. We'll just jump into an animation here and you'll get an idea for it. Designs are really cool. Animations are clean, strategic. Not too sure what we're jumping into because I didn't play the beta, but I'm definitely going to play that Korean launch of it and see what it has to offer, and I'll give you guys a first impressions after a few days of playing it. But that is Archeland. Like I said, this is the Korean launch, but they do have socials active for English, so be for sure to follow them. I think these are fairly new created, so we will be assuming by this getting a global version, just not sure exactly when. Moving on from that, we have Higan Eruthyll. I believe that's how we say it. Now, this is currently in a beta phase right now. I'm actually playing it. I've been playing it for about 4 days. I will give you guys like a full first impressions. This game is very deep. There's a lot of different combat stuff. Really enjoyable combat is what I'll say first of all. Like it's one of those games like I've got to do a full first impressions to describe it, because it's got a lot of little things that I like a lot more than other games. And it looks like more of an idle auto combat game, but like like you really want to play it on manual if you want to progress. It's really well designed, looks beautiful, really solid gameplay. Like I said, it's in beta at the moment. Might get, I believe on one of the announcements they say that when it goes into open beta, so I believe it's one of those games that's going to go closed beta into open beta into full launch. But obviously once it goes into open beta, you'll be able to download it from pretty much anywhere, I guess. So we'll have to wait and see. But this one in beta, like I said, I'll get a first impressions out. But in general, really solid game. Hopefully we can get at least that open beta by the end of the year. Moving on from that one, we have Eversoul that is now in pre-registration. Not too sure on the release date of this one. If we go over here, they do have this one that on their Twitter. It's just the pre-registration page when it's pre-registration at the end of November. Now, this one is basically, if we look at this combat here, it's basically an idle game. Let's just turn that off for a sec. It's basically just an idle game with what I look at as AFK arena style combat, where you place your 5 units. They just use a bunch of different attacks. It's in fluid motion, and then they have their ult gauge and they ult. But it looks like down the bottom of screen, you can see we have this other ult gauge with when that triggers, it's like maybe you're the commander and you use like a big ult as well. But basically, it's a standard idle game, but like really well presented. Like I like this type of idle game combat. It's very strategic, very planning. And see, this is like one of the characters using their ultimate, but you'll see this ult power meter go full. There it is. And now we do like this like massive beam. So not too sure exactly on the release date of this one. They haven't announced an exact release date, but it is in pre-registration. Really solid looking idle game, in my opinion. If you don't like idle games, this probably isn't going to make you like idle games just by looking at it, but really solid. And if we go here, you'll say that don't forget to collect loot for idle play, as the souls will always be in battle. So that just confirms to me that it's going to be a very standard idle game, but with what I consider the best idle game combat. Really solid. Eversoul. I'm looking forward to this one, because I do like the idle games myself. Very casual play. And it follows a really good formula in combat. So I'm pretty cool with that one. Now, the next one that I want to look at is going to be Black Clover, Rise of the Wizard King. Now, this one just finished up its beta. I grinded through the entire beta. I think I peaked at about rank 4 in arena on it. I love this game. This game is sick. When this game launches, I am 100% all there. I love Black Clover. The game, it's turn-based. The beta, the reason I didn't put a video out is because they said no content. You might see other content creators with content. Just keep in mind, it is a beta. It was only 8 days, so they were trying to like really boost you. So you know, things may change if you're looking at stuff from the beta, and that's probably why they didn't want content made. So I stayed true to that. I didn't make any content on it, but dude, this game is sick. I cannot wait for it. It's very Grand Cross feeling, would be the way I'd do it. So let's take a look at just some animations here from Fuegoleon. Yeah, here's Fuegoleon. Let's take a look. Increase that. But like very Grand Cross-esque, and all the animations look absolutely insane. Honestly, this is my pick for top game of 2023. That would be big take, but that is going to be my take. You can pre-register and oh no, that was the closed beta stuff. So I'm not sure. I'll keep you guys updated on this one, because this game I am going hard in when it launches, because like I said, I love Black Clover. The game was really solid. It needs a few fixes, but in general for a first beta, it was sick. I am absolutely pumped for this game, so keep an eye out. We'll definitely be playing a lot of this one. And then the final game that I wanted to cover is going to be Argent Twilight. I've covered this before. It is available in a bunch of regions. Over here in Australia, we do have a launch for it. However, it does have the region-based servers, so I'm sort of waiting to play on a global/NA server whenever it does release there. We don't have a release date for the global/NA. I may start playing my Southeast Asia account, just to get a bit further, have better info on it, because I really do like this one. This one's like it's a grid based, but it's not like Archeland grid based like we had over here. It's more of, I view this one as basically being a game kind of like Summoners War Epic 7 Raid Shadow Legends, but then they just throw in the grid as an extra dimension to play with. It doesn't feel like a true grid-based game. It feels like one of those turn-based RPGs, but the grid is like one extra layer. It doesn't, like, if that makes sense. I probably described that horribly, but I really like this game. It's animated and all that stuff. The cutscenes are fantastic, all voiced, all animated. It's really quite solid. The character designs are wicked. I'll probably give you guys a first impressions on this one once I play a little bit more on the SEA, because this one is a solid game. Even though it's by Nexon, which I know a lot of people hate, it's really solid. Like, it feels like a lot of effort went into this, and I feel like Nexon, just through the sake of other games, other companies, like Netmarble and Comtours going towards the crypto path, I feel like Nexon is getting bumped up in people's ratings of publishers just based on the fact of others just dragging themselves down and stuff like that. So, you know, I don't know. It's Nexon. I know people hate that, but honestly, the game really solid. I'll give you guys the first impressions in a bit, but that covers all the games coming kind of coming in December, or we have betas, or you can play some of them now. It's a bit of a scattered month, but like I said, basically every game on this list I am super excited about. So, you know, good times ahead. If it's not in December, then moving into January, February, March, we got a pretty healthy time coming. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.